Look at your hand. Right now, lift it up. Look at the lines on your palm. Look at the light hitting your skin. You think you are seeing your hand, don't you? You think your eyes are windows, letting the reality of the world pour into your mind like light through a pane of glass. I have to tell you something that might terrify you. And if it doesn't terrify you, it should at least wake you up. You are not seeing your hand. You are hallucinating it. You are not here, in this room, in this moment. You are trapped inside a dark, silent chamber, your skull, making guesses about what is happening outside, based on old memories and ancient fears. You don't see the world. You predict it. And the reason you feel anxious, the reason you feel lonely, the reason you feel like you are repeating the same mistakes over and over again is because you are not living in reality. You are living in a prediction of the past. Let's look at the biology of your prison. Your brain sits in total darkness. It has no eyes. It has no ears. It floats in silence inside the bone vault of your skull. It has never touched the sunlight. It has never felt the wind. All it receives are electrical spikes, meaningless signals sent from your nerves. So, how does this prisoner in the dark create the Technicolor movie you call My Life? Neuroscience calls this predictive processing. You assume that your eyes work like a camera, taking a photo of the world and sending it to the brain. But that is backward. The brain is not a camera. The brain is a projector. Before you even open your eyes, your brain has already constructed a model of what it expects to see. It projects that image onto the world. Your eyes simply check for errors. If you expect a snake in the grass, a coiled rope will look like a snake. You will see scales that aren't there. You will hear a hiss that didn't happen. Your heart will race before the light even hits your retina. Why? Because survival doesn't care about truth. Survival cares about speed. To see reality as it truly is takes too much energy. It takes too much time. So, the brain takes a shortcut. It says, I've been here before. I know what this is. And here lies the tragedy. Because you predict the world, you rarely experience anything new. When you look at your partner, you aren't seeing them as they are today. You are seeing a prediction based on who they were yesterday. When you walk down your street, you aren't seeing the trees. You are seeing the memory of trees. We are sleepwalkers. We are dreaming with our eyes open, overlaying the past onto the present, ensuring that tomorrow looks exactly like yesterday. We call this sanity, but the mystics, they called it illusion. They called it Maya. Let me paint you a picture. Imagine a man named Julian. Julian grew up in a house where kindness was dangerous. When his father smiled, it usually meant he was about to snap. Julian learned a prediction. Intimacy leads to pain. Vulnerability is a trap. 30 years later, Julian meets a woman who loves him. She is kind. She is gentle. But Julian's brain is a prediction machine, and it hasn't had a software update since he was 7 years old. One evening, she cooks him dinner. She smiles at him across the table, but Julian doesn't see a smile. His brain receives the visual data of a smile, but his internal model predicts a threat. He hallucinates a sneer. He hears sarcasm in her "I love you." He snaps at her. "Why are you looking at me like that?" She is confused. She pulls away, and Julian says to himself, "See, I knew she would hurt me." This is the horror of the predictive mind. Julian created the very reality he feared. He predicted rejection, so he acted defensively, which caused the rejection, which confirmed his prediction. It is a closed loop, a hallway of mirrors. We all do this. We think we are interacting with the world, but we are mostly interacting with our own assumptions. The anxiety you feel when you walk into a party, that isn't the party. That is your brain predicting social danger based on high school trauma. The boredom you feel in your job, that isn't the job. That is your brain predicting that nothing surprising will happen, so it shuts down your attention to save energy. You are the architect of a house you can't escape from. You have painted the windows black and painted scenery on the inside of the glass. And now you complain that the view never changes. So let's go deeper. If the world is a prediction, who is the predictor? If you construct reality, you must also admit something even more unsettling. You construct yourself, the feeling of being you. That solid sensation of an ego behind your eyes is also a prediction. Your brain predicts that there is a pilot driving the meat suit. It creates a narrative of a self to keep track of your memories and social status. But have you ever noticed that when you are truly alive, when you are surfing a wave, or in deep meditation, or in the middle of a car crash, the you disappears? In moments of high intensity, the brain stops predicting and starts processing. The delay vanishes. The gap between you and the world closes. This is what the philosopher Alan Watts meant when he said, "You do not come into this world. You come out of it, like a wave from the ocean." But predictive coding separates us. It creates a subject, the predictor, and an object, the predicted. It creates the illusion of separation. When you are depressed, your brain is stuck in a certainty trap. Depression is often just a hyper-rigid prediction that says nothing will work. It's hopeless. I know the future, and it is pain. It's not that you see the world clearly when you're depressed. It's that you stop allowing the world to surprise you. To be spiritually awake is to be surprised. It is to dismantle the prediction machine. It is to look at a flower and not say, "That is a flower," but to look at it and have absolutely no idea what it is, and simply let the light touch you. To see the world, you must stop knowing what the world is. So, how do we break the loop? How do we stop predicting and start seeing? We cannot turn off the machine completely. If we did, we wouldn't be able to walk or speak. But we can open a window. The antidote to prediction is curiosity, not the intellectual curiosity of reading a book, but the somatic curiosity of a child. Try this tomorrow. Walk into your kitchen. Look at the coffee mug you have used for 5 years. Your brain wants to skip over it. It wants to label it mug and move on. Don't let it. Look at the cracks in the glaze. Look at the shadow it casts. Feel the weight of it. Force your brain to update the file. Prove to yourself that this moment is new. When you speak to someone you love, pause. Ask yourself, am I listening to them? Or am I listening to my prediction of them? Drop the assumption. Listen to the tone of their voice, as if you are hearing a foreign language. You will find that people are far more mysterious and far more beautiful than your predictions allow them to be. The psychological term for this is prediction error. It's when reality violates your expectation. Most people hate this. It feels like anxiety. But for the seeker, prediction error is gold. It is the crack in the wall where the light gets in. Seek the things that confuse you. Go to places where you don't know the rules. Shatter the model. Because the only thing that is truly real is the unknown. We spend our whole lives trying to make the world safe by making it predictable. We build routines. We build ideologies. We build identities. We build a fortress against the chaos. But the fortress is a coffin. A life fully predicted is a life already dead. The moment you think you know everything about your life, you have ceased to live it. So, here is my challenge to you. Stop trying to see the future. Stop trying to predict who you are. Open your eyes. The world is right in front of you. And if you look closely enough, you'll realize you've never actually seen it before. Wake up.